everyone. So in today's vlog, we're going to talk about inner work and how to start and how does it feel in the beginning? What do you do? Or what are the stages to it? So inner work, which to me means that you have an interest in breaking out of the matrix, the outside world, your five senses, and you start this, it comes as like this knowing. It's a sixth sense is what it is. And in that sixth sense, you really like feel, I don't want to say detached from it's a feeling of detachment, but as you keep doing your inner work, it's a feeling of detachment from the five senses and almost from your external world in the beginning. But what you're going to realize as you keep doing this work is it's a oneness with your external environment. It's not a detachment. So in the beginning, spiritual work, you may start just feeling like questioning more. That's what I'm trying to say. In the beginning, you just begin to question more things like, why am I doing this way? Why have I been doing this way for this many years? This makes no sense to me. You might question, am I happy? What does happiness even feel like? Is this the way life is going to be all the time for me? Is there a greater purpose? Am I living my life's purpose? What is purpose? You will start asking yourself questions. And these questions will give you a sense of detachment a little bit. But in reality, what you're doing is you're actually becoming more one with yourself and your external environment because you're saying no to it, in a sense. The second thing that happens is your perception with the questions begins to shift naturally. This might happen quickly or this might happen over time. For many of us, it happens over time. And some of us are lucky where it's just like that. It happens. The questions just bring on this knowing of this isn't right for me. Hell no. And changes happen quickly. So the second thing, like I'm saying, is you get this shift in perception. And that perception, if it happens slowly, you will make changes because now we are perception, basically. What I've come to realize is that if you can't look at a situation, we all tend to judge people, right? We want to judge their situations. But the thing is, when you stop judging people, so let's go from your perception changes. When your perception changes, you will automatically will another timeline into your life. Okay, so the first one is you really begin to ask questions. The second thing is perception. Your perception of yourself begins to change. Therefore, your will and your desire and will work together. They begin to move you in a different direction. And this different direction basically means you're creating another timeline for yourself. So you want to experience something else, and now you are actively pursuing that experience due to the questions that your inner being was bringing up, okay? And then you recognizing that inner voice, and then your perception changing. So number 2 is perception. Number 3, what happens is judgment. You begin to lose your judgment on other people, okay? And then in time, what happens is not only do you begin to lose judgment on other people, the more you practice this, your perception, because now you just feel like, okay, this person is having this experience, not my problem. It is what it is. This is their experience. But what you begin to understand is like 12 different perceptions of the situation and scenario. So this is this person's perception, but you begin to realize, but I bet you there are 12 different perceptions to this scenario. So at first, you're going to start seeing this in other people, the 12 different perceptions. It's easier to see in other people. It's very difficult to do for yourself. So for myself right now, the journey that I'm on is I am really realizing and trying to understand what are my 12 different perceptions. And what I'm using to understand these perceptions is the stars. It is the constellations. The constellations are archetypes. This is very key. This also happens in your spiritual journey. And for me, what I've began to do to understand all 12 different perceptions to the best of my ability is to play the archetype of Virgo. What's the perception of the Virgo in me? What's the perception of the Libra in me? My main sign, I'm a Cancer. So I am super emotional, which I had to balance out in order to get here and see the 12 different perceptions, the perception of Taurus, the perception of Scorpio, the perception of Gemini, all the stars. So I built a grid around me. I visualized a grid, a star with 12 pieces, nodes, links. I visualize myself going into the node because all the stars, this constellations are connected in my visualization. I go into the node and then I look at the perception from the energy, the archetype coming from the light of the stars, because light is energy. So how has that helped me in my life? It's helped me not to be so hard on myself and to judge myself. It's helped me to look at all experiences as like, this isn't mine, this isn't theirs, this is just an experience. My breath, thank you God, is divine, and this is not me. This is just an experience of the 12 different archetypes and of what we're supposed to be doing on earth. So it's a level of more anchoring, less separation, and it's another level of just kind of the detachment from the body. But the detachment happens in a very positive way. Like now I have so much love and care for my cells. I fast not to lose weight, it's a side effect, but I fast because every month when the moon is in my sun sign, I want to regenerate new stem cells. I want to pray, and I want those stem cells and the cells within me to be clean. I eat clean, and I want to connect to the divine. I want to do work on earth here and now in divinity's name. And that's all I know. That's where I'm at. Love you guys.